It's going to be a really great month. Makes you wonder why we have to talk about love so much. You know, Marianne Williamson said, love is what we came here with, and fear is what we've learned. So I think we just have to go back again and again and again and again until we can uncrust our hearts and walk this earth loving everything we see, everything we smell, everything we touch. Can you imagine how wonderful that would be? How truly wonderful that would be. Now, for most of us, our experience with loving, whether it started when we were very young with parents, whether it was very young with the first loves of our life, whether it was as an adult, whatever it is, most of us have more sad love songs than happy love songs. And the question is, and I think I've asked this before because I heard it on YouTube. I want sometimes in the middle of the night to watch YouTubes if I can't sleep. I'm not the only one. And Sadhguru is an Indian guru, big jolly Indian man who runs the Isha Foundation and is the creator of the work called Inner Engineering. Anyway, he asked the question one night, has life left you wounded or wise? So the question is, has love left us wounded? And in most cases, the answer to that question is yes. You know, the kind of wounded that goes, well, I'm not going to do that again. Learn my lesson. I won't go quite out there so far again. Have you ever seen, so I'm kind of involved with a baby named Willow Harper. And I remember the very first time her mother yelled at her. And I could see her retract, like, oh, everything was loving until this minute, right? And then there was like this, oh, well, what does this mean? But I think that that's what happens. We're just pounded on over and over again, unlovingness, 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 so that we end up trying to navigate our adult lives and living our lives without love, which is not a good idea under any circumstances. So I have this beautiful poem I'm going to read to you. It's written by Hafiz, who is a 14th century Persian poet. So this is about 625 years ago this poem was written. So I just invite you to listen to the words because they're incredibly beautiful. Are you ready? Has anybody ever read you poetry before? I'm sure they have. All right, so he says, I know the way you can get when you have not had a drink of love. Your face hardens, your sweet muscles cramp. Children become concerned about a strange look that appears in your eyes, which even begins to worry your mirror and your nose. Squirrels and birds sense your sadness and call an important conference in a tall tree. They decide which secret code to chant to ease your mind and your soul. Even angels fear that brand of madness, that sharp and throws sharp stones and spears into the innocent and into oneself. Oh, I know the way you can get if you have not been drinking love. You might rip apart every sentence your friends and teachers say, looking for hidden clauses. You might weigh every word on a scale like a dead fish. You might pull out a ruler to measure from every angle in your darkness the beautiful dimensions of a heart you once trusted. I know the way you can get if you have not had a drink from love's hands. That is why all the great ones speak of the vital need to keep remembering God so that you will come to know and see him as being so playful and just wanting to help you. That is why Hafiz says, "Bring your cup near me, for all I care about is quenching your thirst for freedom. All a sane man should ever care about is loving." So, how do we take all the broken heart pieces? And there are many, sometimes it's not even that love has eluded us or somebody's been cruel or mean. Sometimes, I was thinking this morning, if anybody's ever had a pet who's passed, how many of us have said, well, I'm not doing that again? Right, so many, I'm not doing that again, because our heart breaks. And the broken heart then becomes a limitation to future enjoyment. That we don't stop to say, well, my Lily, my beautiful Siamese girl, brought me 15 years of so much pleasure, so much joy. So that last week, is that a reason to shut down your heart? Is that a reason to not love? To risk it all again? It's even probably true even with your exes, right? That it might not have ended well, but I'm sure in there you experienced love. I love our opening song today, Heaven on Earth. What I call heaven on earth is a life filled without limiting love. In some ways, I think it's true that you cannot not love. If you can't love, if your heart is closed and you can't love another fully because of whatever fear or worry you have or safety protocols you have, if you can't love another, you can't really love yourself. If you can't really love yourself, you can't really love God. If you can't really love God, you can't really love others. If you can't really love others, you can't really love yourself. It's all one beautiful package. And the reading today is so beautiful. I heard that reading for the first time probably, 30 years ago. And it still touches me every time because, well, say it. I want to be more loving in my heart. Say it. You don't really mean that. I could tell. You're not sure. You're not sure I'm right yet. So we're going to... Phyllis, of course you're sure. You read it. Okay. I'm not worried about you, my sweet darling. I want to be more loving in my heart. Well, that was certainly better. That was certainly better. So I want to tell you, I want to share this with you because, well, I'm not going to tell you why, but I'm going to share what it is. And some of you probably already know. So this word, kintsugi, I'm not sure I'm saying it properly, but kintsugi, meaning golden repair, is the Japanese art of repairing broken pottery, mending the areas that have broken with a kind of glue, and then putting over this kind of glue gold dust or silver dust or platinum dust. You can see, right? You can see it's just absolutely beautiful. And this technique is not about hiding the breaks, but rather illuminating them, making them a beautiful part of the object's history. Now, the philosophy in kintsugi, the Japanese philosophy, beyond a mere repair technique, is two principles reflected in wabi-wabi and mushin. Wabi-wabi and mushin. Wabi-wabi means, is a Japanese aesthetic concept that finds beauty and imperfection, that finds beauty in transience and the passage of time. Kintsugi embraces this by highlighting rather than hiding the cracks and the repairs, recognizing these cracks and repairs as an integral part of the object's history and character. Mushin emphasizes non-attachment, acceptance of change, and equanimity and shifting conditions. Kintsugi aligns with the Mushin by acknowledging the breakage and repair as part of the object's natural life, accepting the transformation it undergoes. The golden threads in Kintsugi are more than just decoration. They symbolize resilience and beauty, transforming damage into a unique work of art. They represent the object's history and the ability to find new life and value after experience damage or breakage. The repaired object can be seen as even more beautiful and valuable than its original state, highlighting how imperfections and challenges can lead to greater strength and uniqueness. In essence, Kintsugi is a powerful reminder that there is beauty in imperfection, and that even after experiencing breakage, things can be mended and become more unique and valuable than ever before. Now, do I need to unpack this for you? So here we all sit, right, at whatever stage of life we're in. Oftentimes we're at where we are, at whatever stage of life we're in, feeling broken, feeling bruised, feeling damaged, especially in matters of the heart. You know, if everyone could be restored to their pre-grit of the journey, right, the dirt and grit of the journey, without paying close attention, can cause us to shut down our heart, to close our heart. I think we've had this conversation before in a prior month. In fact, I think I did a whole talk on taking down the no trespassing sign. Because to go through life without loving in your heart is not a really great life in anybody's book, and the lack of loving in our hearts is a source of all suffering, all violence, all anger, all war, it is the source of why we have not yet created heaven on earth, because we don't have enough loving in our heart. So this beautiful analogy here has to do with transforming. So the invitation today really is to transform the brokenness, the pieces, piece of your heart's over there, piece of your heart's over there, piece of your heart's over there, is to bring all these pieces back and to put them back together with some fine, something equivalent to gold and silver and platinum, so that where you sit today, whether you're 30 or 40 or 70 or 80, doesn't really matter, that where you sit today lives a more beautiful, more precious, more tender human being than before. So rather than being fragmented all over the place, you actually bring yourself all back together in such a way that your history and your experiences create something more beautiful than you would have been without them. Are you hearing? Are you understanding? So one is to really, just where you are today, just notice all the areas which you have rejected in yourself, pushed out over there because you've judged them. Sometimes when love doesn't go right, we blame the other person. It would have worked out except for her or him. And sometimes when it doesn't work out, consciously or subconsciously, we make it our fault. That obviously I'm not a very good relationship. Obviously I didn't do something right. Obviously I need improvement. right? In fact, we all walk around with a sign, needs improvement. But according to the Japanese, all you need is a little gold dust, right? You don't need improvement. You need to put yourself back together in the awareness that you're broken, that which you have called broken, that which you have called missing, that which you have called this didn't work out right, rather than detract from you today, it actually adds to you today. So that really is the invitation as we move into this amazing month on love. And we're going to, today I called it Creating Love, because it's not really about, we're so trained to find love. Prince Charming, right? Cinderella. I need to go, once I find love, once I find that perfect cat or that perfect person or that perfect car, let's see, what else can we love? Whatever it is, then I'm going to have the experience of love and all will be well. But that isn't what we teach and practice here. What we teach and practice here is that you are love. We teach God, or whatever word you want to use. If that word doesn't bring you loving feelings, you can call it universal intelligence. You can call it the quantum field of unlimited possibilities. You can call it Brahman, you can call it the Atman presence, I don't care. But whatever it is, whatever created all of this is love and is loving. You must believe that. If you are to have a good life, you must believe that God is loving. If you think that God is judgmental or fickle or punishing or any of that, how can you possibly live a fully free, loving life? So part of what we're doing here is changing our mind about the universe, that the universe is friendly, the universe is for you, the universe adores you, the universe honors you, respects you, truly, exactly the way that you are, with all your broken pieces. And if you can embrace love, love will be the gold dust that puts all the pieces back together again. Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty, I can't remember. And all the king's men. But guess who can? No, God can't. No, love can. Love can put all those pieces back together again. So as we move through this month, we're going to move through, we have 5 beautiful weeks of love. 5 beautiful weeks. We have creating love, which is something that happens within you, which goes out. We have the turbulence of love, letting love go. We're just going to take a really deep dive this entire month into the role of love in your living a wonderful and beautiful life. Yes, are you up for it? It kind of sounds boring a little bit, but there's nothing boring about love. Nothing. It is your key to health. It's your key to happiness. It's your key to peace of mind. It's your key to community. It's the key to you feeling comfortable in your own skin. So we have an affirmation, of course, which is how I like to end my talks. So we're going to read it together. It's also in your program for this month. So let's give it everything we have. Now I'm going to all by myself, and then we're going to read it together. So today I initiate a loving vibration for my life. I willingly live my real job description by expressing unlimited love, unrestricted joy, powerful peace, and holy harmony. I am unprotected, unguarded, and fearless. Let's get this loving started. Okay, your turn. Today, I initiate a loving vibration for my life. I willingly live my real job description by expressing unlimited love, unrestricted joy, powerful peace, and holy harmony. I am unprotected, unguarded, and fearless. Let's get this loving started. And so it is. Wow, this is like the shortest talk ever. Take a breath. Just look over in someone's direction and just say, I love you. Anyone's, I love you. And though that may feel awkward when we do it, I love you. Love is the truth between our souls, because God is, I am. God is, you are. God is love, I am love. God is love, you are love. So there's something that transcends our personality, our station in life, our character, where something transcends. So when we say, I love you, we're not lying. We're actually telling the deepest truth there is to tell, which is my soul and your soul are already lovers. And you need do nothing to earn that from me. And I need to do nothing to earn that from you. No, the rest of it, this human love, it's wonderful, but it's pretty conditional. So we want to abide, let ourselves abide in this open-heartedness. And so just join with me in turning within for a moment. The turning within allows us to turn away from fear, to turn away from unloving circumstances or unloving conversation or unloving media. It just allows us to let the world be out there doing its thing as we close the outer eyes and open the inner eyes, where we can gaze into the love that we are, the love that is inside of us. And you know it's there no matter how angry we have ever been or how lonely we've ever been. We do know that our hearts are as big as gold, and that we are crazy loving people, and that if people would behave, we can just show them. No, today we're going to show them. We're just going to show them. And so as we gaze into this space, this place, this dimension within us that is so full of love and tenderness and gentleness and allowing and compassion and kindness, that we begin to melt even in our own presence. We bring up and allow a kind of yes to happen for ourselves. Yes, I want to be more loving in my heart. I want to be more loving in my life. I want to ease conflict around me. I want to end disagreements. I want to bring those who are estranged from me, who are outside of my heart, outside of my tenderness. I want to bring them home. And what I know for each one of us is as we do this, we are healed. Our bodies are healed. Our emotions are healed. Our mentality is healed. Our relationships are healed. Ultimately, if enough of us open our hearts this wide and this big, the world, the spinning ball of dust moving through space, will begin to emanate and radiate global heart. And if there's any other universes out there populated, which I'm sure there must be, we cannot be the only ones on a dust ball hurling through space, that we then truly do contribute to the all that there is. And so in gratitude for love as a spiritual reality, a spiritual possibility, a choice we can make, a decision we make, I'm grateful. And I know that as I speak these words, that they're being spoken into a responsive universe that thrives on our declarations. It thrives on our commitments. It thrives on our heart's deepest longings. And so I know that the word is being made manifest in each and every heart in this room and within the sound of my voice. From this day forward, forevermore, to whatever degree, you will be more loving in your hearts. And I cannot wait to see what that loving brings to you in your life. And so this word is released. it is doing, the universe is doing its part, which is to make it manifest, and we're doing our part by saying yes. Say yes. And join me in anchoring this for each other and yourselves by saying, and so it is, amen.